Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver. Today we're going to be playing Hercules, and this is going to be on the new patch. Hercules' ability still says double your character's permanent stats when you drop below 20 or 6 HP. We're going to start with the Sprout. I think Sprout's a pretty solid start. Like I said, this is the new patch. You'll notice no free roll, which I will maintain is still a great change as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of people very vehemently opposed to it who have made their voices heard. And obviously, everyone has their preferences, but for me personally, this has been one of the best changes in the game so far. It's made the minute-to-minute gameplay just a lot more enjoyable for me, a lot more replayable, since I feel like I actually have to get creative when I'm building my comp through the mid game, and that's just what I enjoy about these games, anyways. Of course, that doesn't make anyone else's opinion any less valid or whatever, but. I can only speak for myself. But yeah, we start off with a couple sprouts. Getting the pair is really nice. I think we're going to pick up a pirate cook. We've already got a crew member here. Right now, pirate summons are very, very strong. Sinbad on level 4 is extremely powerful. We get our sprout triple here, which is really nice. Especially before we hit 20, we want to get as many stats on there as possible. I considered taking the Matryoshka doll, but I think I want to leave myself open to being able to get both sides of Herc's hero power here. It looked like we might have at first, just based on that first attack, it looked like we might have popped our hero power there, but our sprout is very large, and I think, honestly, the sprout isn't even like that large, in comparison to normal, but the weakness, with the balance changes early, as well as the no free roll, people's boards are just generally weaker, which again has made for more enjoyable gameplay for me at least, because you can kind of just take a lot more units, I've found, anyways. We're just gonna we just picked up a pirate gunner there. We didn't really find anything super optimal, but we are gonna manage a tie here. We only have the one pirate cook and one crew member, which of course we do want to expand on. We can't take milkwoman. A lot of times I would just take milkwoman, especially since we have the farming tools, but without having some way to get food stats on it, it's a lot worse than it was. And the preserve has been gutted on it, down to 20%. So yeah, we get to pick up another pirate cook here. That's gonna be really nice with our second crew member as well. We didn't really pick up any 4s here, but getting the second crew member and second pirate cook is going to be great. We win pretty handily here, summoning a very large, just kind of making our big tree bigger here, which just increases the breakpoints on it, so allows it to take out a lot more things, anyways. And here we're on 4.1, and before these balance changes, I wouldn't have considered this line at all. But we're gonna go for a double cat choir here. It also it does get collect permanent stats, so it's kind of nice with Herc. We already do have one golden cat, sleeping cat here. So like I said, on the old patch, I probably wouldn't have even considered it. It just grows way too slow. But because of these the balance changes and comps being just generally weaker, you can get away with taking lines like that even on 4.1. So, unfortunately, our level 3 treasures there not great with our tripled pirate cook, but the tripled pirate cook is great. We go to 5 early here, and there's a monkey, which we are going to take. I'm going to snap off this sleeping cat, though, in the meantime, since we can't quite get to 5 to get the monkey going, but that monkey is going to be fantastic for us here, especially since we have the golden pirate cook already, and the crew member to support it, of course. There's a core fusion, which we do have the sprout for. Sprout, that's another reason that I think Sprout's great. You can core fusion onto things. We could just core fusion onto one of these cat choirs, but I don't think it's worth spending the 5 gold right now. What is worth spending gold on is a pair of duelists. That gives us an even bigger, a more expansive amount of things in our hand to steal, or to buff, not to steal. Oh, also, you'll notice one other change is your hand has 6 spots now. So yeah, we have 6 things that we can buff. So that is a buff for hand summons in general. And here's Sinbad, the sort of man of the hour right now. So Sinbad now has been changed to buff everything in your hand, which again with the increased hand size is kind of absurd. And yeah, it's just like a ton of stats, especially if you have a summon chain summoning out your whole hand. Like even just a base Sinbad is very powerful. And we're gonna try and summon the Sinbad first, of course, with the Pirate Cook stats, and then hopefully that thing dies before the other things get summoned, and we can get all those sorry, excuse me, all those extra stats onto everyone. There is like some trickiness in trying to get everything to summon in the right order, because you know combat RNG doesn't always work with you. Our Sinbad died last there, so we didn't get any Sinbad stats on our hand, unfortunately. But the Pirate Cook stats with their monkeys were enough anyways. Speaking of monkeys, there's a triple. We're going to take the crew member first, just in case we find a magic bean and get a level 6 treasure. We do not, so we skip, and we get our level 5 treasure. We have a choice between elemental swords and symbol of unity. I mean, we're pretty strong, so I feel like we can get away with the symbol, and potentially pick up some angels on now that we're on level 6. Also, there's Captain Hook, who also got a similar buff to Sinbad, and increases everything in your hand stats by 80%, which is actually kind of bonkers. So basically, like the sequence that we want, excuse me, sorry about that. The sequence that we want is to summon the Sinbad, of course, get those Sinbad stats on our hand, and then also and then have our Captain Hook die to increase all those stats by 80%. Like that's the optimal line, but I mean, you don't necessarily always get the optimal RNG for summons, but when it does happen, it's a pretty big pop. We're gonna take we're kind of losing our by tripling things and not taking characters. We are kind of starting to lose our spices on our board here, so we need to start filling those up once again. And once again, our Sinbad doesn't die until after all our summons are done, so a little bit unfortunate there. But ends up being enough for us to win anyway. So we're gonna take a Merlin, and then we can summon in front of it. That's just more stats on our Sinbad, more stats on our monkey when it gets summoned. Hopefully. Being a monkey, we're gonna take another one, as well as another crew member here. I think the ordering was bad, so we're not gonna be able to summon both our monkeys. And once again, everything. Sorry about that. Everything just gets taken out before our Sinbad can die. Like maybe we're putting too many stats on the Sinbad, especially after that core fusion. It's very, very large, but eventually opponents will catch up and get big enough to be able to take out our Sinbads. At least that's my logic here. We get to triple our Captain Hook, so incoming level 6 treasure. We are hoping for drum roll, of course, but unfortunately no drum roll. We're gonna take the Golden King, I think. We're already playing down with the crew members, and we might as well make everything golden. Just increases the amount of stats from our Merlin. The Archangel Golden doesn't really matter. Got an opponent on Scam. I think Scam's probably going to be a lot more prevalent. It's just and once again our Sinbad's just too big, unfortunately, to go down, and so we get pretty suboptimal summon sequences here, but it eventually it's still enough to be winning these fights pretty handily. There's the Angelic Commander, which we definitely need to take. So angels have been changed. So basically, Archangel doesn't revive. It doesn't just revive the Angelic Commander 3 times anymore. It revives all your angels that have died with, I think, 50% of their stats when they died. I was considering taking this Merlin, but like we just don't really have the board space. We need to triple something up here to be able to start taking things. I'm gonna sell the Sprout here and just grab our second commander, though. We could have done that with the Merlin potentially, and we're gonna lock that Merlin, and then we're gonna basically just like hope to triple something during the next turn. Otherwise, we might have to sell something like that. All right, this time we get our Sinbad stats, and you can see we get quite a bit of power from our monkey there, and also a symbol. Every time we're getting a sleigh, we are throwing stats around, which is great. There's another Archangel as well, so that's a little bit awkward, but we're gonna have to pass it up. Yeah, just looking for our level 6 triples, or I mean, even our level 4 triple, like in Duelist, would be nice. Of course, the things in our hand do not get golden from Golden King. That was a change that was implemented a couple months ago, but still is something that sort of could linger in people's minds, anyways. Unfortunately, we did have to sell. I'm pretty sure I sold out of one of the Merlins because I mean we needed to free up a spot to get our Golden King value as well as our crew member summons, and they're just a little bit too important not to. Once again, we get a pretty good summon order that time, and get a ton of stats onto our monkeys. We get to triple our Duelist, and we're gonna take another Archangel now. So we have a hand spot for it. I'm not sure what I'm considering there. Maybe the ring, but with a single Merlin, I don't think a ring's great. And now we've got Bottled Lightning, so if we summon our monkey into the Bottled Lightning spot, or if we summon the Sinbad into the Bottled Lightning spot, and then it dies, and we get the monkey there somehow, that's completely absurd. But unfortunately, once again, our Sinbad's just too big, and yeah, we're actually gonna lose this one, a pretty close one. But yeah, we do lose. We don't quite drop to 6, so we don't get our hero power, our second hero power trigger. We might have to look out for a Demon's Deal or something to put us below 7 if we can, or put us to 6. All right, we have a choice between Bottled Lightning and I mean, I don't know. We could maybe get out of the Golden King from here and take the Doppelganger Diamond instead. But I guess I just end up going with the skip. I'm not sure about that. I think the Golden King probably not as good as. I mean, we are kind of relying on this crew member being golden to summon everything in our hand, but we could maybe have reordered. We're just gonna take a scam unit here and just to fill up our board basically, so we're not wasting any spots. And our Sinbad does die in timely fashion this time. And we get really good value out of all our monkey summons. And yeah, you can see like with optimal combat RNG, our monkeys get absolutely absurdly large, and we win by a pretty huge margin. But yeah, like I said, I've been really enjoying the patch. Definitely feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. Any and all comments are appreciated, of course. And yeah, please leave a like. And subscribe if you haven't already. My instinct was just to say comment there because I always do. Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and look forward to hearing your thoughts, and I'll see you next time.